Hey everyone, Odds here. Welcome back to the channel for another game of Mechabellum. We are up against Rooster this game. 2300 plus player, very strong player, and we ourselves are sitting at about 2100 this game. So, have you guys been playing Spiders and Void Eyes? If you haven't yet, you've probably been playing against them. It seems like this comp is kind of taking over the meta a bit. It's quite strong. And so we're going to see if we can use that to sort of push a little bit past our weight class here and give Rooster a run for his money. So we choose the fortified spec, which is gone Fire Badger. And yeah, we have the Sledge Void Eye start. I think this starter pack is incredibly strong. Not so much the fortified spec. I mean, I guess it does help a little bit with the sledges. Not so much with the steel balls, though. But yeah, the Sledge Void Eye start. There's so many bodies here. The sledges, especially if you're going up against a player who does not have chaff in their starting pack, meaning that they don't have 3 crawlers or 3 fangs, means the maximum amount of chaff that they could have in a round is, well, depending on where, is 2 packs, right? I mean, maybe they sell something, but even then, you're not gonna have enough money for 3 in any way whatsoever. So yeah, 2 packs of chaff. And so sledges, they are acceptable for chaff clear if you have the same number of chaff as packs, right? So if I have 2 sledges, it's acceptable to be playing as 2 packs of crawlers. Not a big deal. We can totally handle that. Math gets fuzzy when you start getting like techs like Mech Rage, then obviously a chaff clear is a bit better. Yeah, this is just first round. And so now, yeah, this pack we've got sledges are doing a decent job clearing these crawlers a little bit, and then the Void Eyes are getting good hits. And you even notice like our rapid fire cannon, our little Chungus on the right here, is clearing a bit of those crawlers. But you notice that second pack of crawlers when it came in, our other sledges are over here. So we weren't able to clear those, and then the Void Eyes, or sorry, the Steel Balls were able to get some locks and do their job. So overall, not so bad. And I mean, this first round, they don't really matter so much. Big Chungus taking out those balls is pretty good. It looks like we're actually going to win this round, which is great. Basically, the thing that you're looking for in round 1, it's not so much to win or lose the round, it's how much experience you're getting on your key units. Round 2, redeploy is offered. Laser sight, lead fang, extended range. Extended range sledge is an idea, but redeploy is just way too good value to pass up, especially in this circumstance. Notice we had our pack over here, and we're able to quickly deploy it over here. We're facing an asymmetrical aggro, so we don't need another pack of sledges over here. It's not really doing anything. So we're going to move it over. And with this vertical formation, it's going to slow down the balls long enough that hopefully we'll be able to clear them out. And in this case, yeah, we get another Void Eye here. I'm just making these little pairings. So we've got the sledges up in front to tank and do moderate chaff clear, and the Void Eyes behind being the carry unit. You know, we have carry techs on our Void Eye, so that our Void Eyes will not die, they'll survive, and they should be able to pop the balls and the arc lights and whatever is left over here. So yeah. And yeah, going into round 2, okay, so first of all, Rooster goes for laser sight, which is, it took him a long time to decide that. I think that was a pretty hard decision. Laser sight's quite good. I think redeploy is just busted though. It's so good. So I think we come out of this situation a bit favorably, especially because we can make our defense a bit stronger. Yeah, we make some extra Void Eye, and then we get the 2 packs of fangs because we don't have anything that deals with the air, right? So the Fang should save us in the circumstance where there is potentially a Phoenix or something, especially if there is deployed on the sides. And in this case, looks like This cannon is actually doing pretty well, to be honest. And we are able to clear this out, and we do still have one pack of fangs from the right side here. Might be able to win this round. There's only 2 Phoenix left. That tower, and oh no, the walls are in the way. Yeah, if this was pre-patched, those walls would have more HP, and we would certainly lose that round. Slow that down. All right, unit offered. Very quickly, pick the tarantula. I was already planning on trying to do some tarantula void eye from the start. These other things, I mean, scorpion, maybe marksman, maybe rhino. Definitely no, not in the steel balls. But yeah, I wanted the tarantula. Tarantula pairs really well with the void eye. And my positioning here, I had already planned for it. So I put the sledge 3 tiles over. So I've got this nice little pocket for the tarantula, which should help. So that steel balls, when they come in, they're not going to get a lock on this tarantula. And oh my god, a level 3 tarantula in a drop on round 3 is insane. It's actually insane. This should not be in the game, I don't think. This is far too strong. Yeah, that's just... You know, here's another thing. So, unit drops are part of the game, obviously, and unit drops are determined based on what units you and your opponent have already chosen to put on the board. We had foregone chaff clear in our first 2 rounds. We were just dealing with sledges because our opponent was light on chaff. So we are taking a risk there, but we're also playing into the favor of it's not necessarily gambling, like there's gambling a bit, but it's like a weighted gambling of like, we're gonna pick the chaff clear item, or not item, chaff clear unit that's offered. And in this case, we lucked out real good. We got the level 3 tarantula. I don't think we could have asked for anything better than that. Sometimes you get like arc light drop or like whatever, you get like 3 of them, but yeah, we wanted tarantulas anyway. Looks like Rooster's gonna get the tower here. He also goes for the tarantula and actually immediately techs range, which is pretty interesting actually. Teching 300 cost for just a single unit seems risky to me. I mean, like, what if I was putting something down that it was immediately countering that tarantula? I guess honestly though, there's really not much that counters level 3 tarantula on round 3. Or even round 4 maybe for that matter. I guess it's safe to tech range. But yeah. Ion Blast, Efficient Light, Improved Firepower, Elite Hacker. Elite Hacker is interesting, but we go for the value play here. My thought process here is we got to play a bit greedy. I think we have to take a bit of risk in order to get ahead here. And Rooster's taking his time here to decide. We've got, yeah, so Efficient Light is going to help us play the long game. We also chose a pack that has quite a lot of health. So being ahead in health and choosing the eco option is safer than being like obviously way down. And yeah, then we tech range. We have to match, if we're going mirror units, we have to make sure that we match techs or be ahead in techs, right? Otherwise you fall behind and then very quickly experience adds up. You can see already we weren't able to kill this tarantula last turn and it's already almost level 4. Ours on the other hand is barely even got level 3. We do redeploy, pop that up 1 square so that this tarantula doesn't look back and actually goes forward. So another huge benefit of grabbing that redeploy. So now we're able to clear this chaff. Our void eyes can start shooting things down and we're going to be able to start getting some levels there on those void eyes. Phoenix gets a lock here, so that's not the greatest. And yeah, this thing is really scary. Brute firepower on soon-to-be level 4 tarantula. It's hard to kill. Look how much stuff we got here. I don't even think it's gonna die. Nope. It's just stays alive forever. Yeah, so that's tough. What are we gonna do? What can we do about that? Ion's offered. pretty expensive though, right? You know, it's like technically 300, but I chose the smoke. I felt like in this case, I'm the defensive player and Rooster is the offensive player, and we can safely throw down a smoke and it's gonna cancel out this range and stuff. So then they'll walk closer into my void eyes, and then we've even got the suppression shots. Put that one last round. Increases our range and reduces the enemy's range. So these things should have to walk like all the way up. And yeah, now this turn, because we've got the efficient light, we actually just elite recruit 3 tarantulas, because why the heck not? We've got our sides covered here, and now this side is covered, so we're completely safe from this flank and on this flank, because we do have the fangs that will shoot up in case there is some kind of movement here. We do see a mobile beacon with the tarantula phoenix here onto the right. That shouldn't be too bad. The one thing we are lacking is some chaff in front of our units here. We do have it on this side. The sledges are acting as our chaff, but we don't have fangs or crawlers or anything coming up in time. Usually you put like a crawler behind these tarantulas so that it comes out in front. But here we go. Comes down. It's gonna be a pretty good ion. Nice missile there, killing a level 2 void eye. This tarantula, level 4, is just gonna walk in, and there's literally nothing that we can do about it. The ion cleans all that up. We've got level 2 tarantulas shooting at it. It doesn't do a thing at all. Like, this thing now kills the tower. It's gonna kill this other tarantula. Oh man, it's getting a lot of experience. And this is starting to become a pretty big problem here. Now we got, yeah, 2 problems. We have the Phoenix problem, and we have this high-level tarantula problem. So what are we going to do about that? Super supply, it's round 6, though. It's a bit late for that. So heavy armor, haste mod, assault Vulcan. This is trash. We don't want that. Either haste or heavy. I don't know, maybe I should have gone haste, but you know, the heavy armor is, I feel like, really strong too. The Phoenix is locking onto the tarantula. Ideally, you don't really want the tarantula to be tanking and taking damage, but I felt like if I put haste on it, it would be too fast, and then it would just get locked on even sooner. So, because like I said, we don't have as much chaff out in front here. But we go for the heavy. I feel like that was the best play there. We're going to move our sledges a little bit. Trying to fix some problems here at the front. And we teched range on our Void Eye. So now we've got lots and lots of range here, 155 range. And we built some level 2 Void Eyes. So now we're filling out our Tarantula Void Eye comp. Like, the efficient light is so strong. These things cost like nothing. It's $100, you know, for a level 2 Void Eye. Of course, I'll take that. That's great. So let's see what happens here. Another good mobile beacon here, moving us out of the smoke. Yeah, with the range, hopefully we'll be able to shoot down these things before they get in our face, and then we've also got, you know, the suppression shot. So we're able to kill that level 2. And level 4 locks on. Oh my god, it kills things so fast. But now it's reduced range. It's still on mobile beacon. Now the mobile ends. It's walking forward, and it can't shoot. The suppression shot was clutch there. Nice. Looks like we're doing really good on the ground now. But our problem is we've got so many Phoenix here. So, how can we deal? What can we do to deal with these Phoenix? We've got a couple options, right? Well, okay, so 3 options that I can think of. One is Wasps. Wasps obviously very strong against Phoenix. There's lots of bodies, and they get anti-air attack and stuff like that. 2 is teching aerial on Void Eye. A lot of people tech aerial on Void Eye. It's pretty strong in the air too, but I really don't like pushing that button too early because then you start running into the potential air counters. You know, your opponent will throw down, you know, whatever anti-air spec stuff to deal with that. So a third option would be anti-air on Tarantula, which we do happen to run here. I feel like this is a really strong and underutilized tech, and paired with the Void Eye, now we have, and there we go, we pick it up immediately. So we have an answer now to this Phoenix, and at the same time, the Wasp were offered, and we are weak against air. Like, we're already weak against air. It was already known, and it was a problem that we needed to solve. We also go for Wasp, being that if we do not choose Wasp, we're completely dead against Wasp, right? It also helps us deal with this flank faster in the corner, and also if anything goes on the right. Yeah, and AA, so we still don't have the chaff in front, but we've thrown down a couple tarantulas farther back as well, because we don't want everything to lock on to all the same stuff. We want some things to be at different levels. That way, yeah, they're not all locked on the same things. You don't have, for example, them all locked onto a level 4 tarantula and not do anything. Or, you know, if someone throws down a mountain or something to tank, right? So, yeah, here we go. Round 7. Do get one missile on the side there. Our Void Eyes are starting to get pretty good levels. Alright, round starts. Let's see. Okay, nice. Yeah, these tarantulas are just shredding the wasps, and then the Void Eyes are able to pick off the tarantulas, anything else that's on the ground here, forcing them to walk forward into us. Wow, look at that. We've got a huge army here. Still got a couple things going on the right. These Phoenix are, yeah, they're popping the tarantulas a bit though. We still don't have enough chaff. We're very light on chaff. But this round, we should be okay. I think we may have surprised Rooster here with our selection for our anti-air. I think he may have been expecting us to go for aerial mode on the Void Eye. Wasp are really strong counter against aerial. Void Eye, you just pick aerial range and anti-air on them, and they outrange and just absolutely smash them. Jab is offered, Amp Core, Efficient Giant. We don't really want Efficient Giant because we've already got Efficient Light. We're not planning on making any Giants either. Elite Crawler, probably not something that we want either, going into these high-level tarantulas. Jab was a possibility, but being that the opponent already has Mobile Beacon, I mean, we could do it somewhere, but I felt like he was maybe going to be expecting a Mobile Beacon. So we just go for the eco play. We're playing for the long game here. We still got, you know, some health to work with. We're a little bit behind, but as the game goes on, something like Amp Core is going to help us quite a bit. We've already got our level 3 Tarantula having the heavy armor, so we gotta pop it on this guy. He's the closest to leveling that I could see. Yeah, so that'll be our best bang for our buck, and now we're going to throw down some things in front. We do have quite a lot of money to work with, so we're going to be able to get another tech here. Okay. Oh, wait, here we go. Armor piercing. So yeah, there was a choice here. We could go for charge shot on Void Eye, or we could go armor piercing on Tarantula, and we chose armor piercing Tarantula. I feel like we just need a little bit more damage, especially if that's our anti-air and we're trying to shoot down these Phoenix. We have a bit more HP than like Wasps, for example. It does help. It's nice javelin. That's a pretty good job. Got a nice hit there, and those Wasps are just getting smashed. These tarantulas just have to keep walking forward. Can't get close enough. And okay, all of our fangs here are dead in the middle, so the Phoenix are going to get some good hits onto our high level units. Unfortunately, our fangs are stuck back here. So what that tells me is we need fangs farther back, right? We have fangs farther back here. Then once the middle of this round happens, they're going to be up in front of our tarantula, tanking these Phoenix shots. So the timing of that should hopefully work out well. And if we can do that, like, we would have had so much more damage there if we were able to tank those Phoenix shots on less important units. Saber, Typhoon, Scorp, Rhino offered. Ooh, 3 squads of Scorp. That's pretty cool. Rhino's probably not going to do anything into all those Phoenix. And yeah, I thought maybe we could try a play here in the corner with the Typhoon. But then when I deployed it here, I saw, like, with the Wasp with the range here, it actually does turn around. So, you know, maybe not the best move. So I end up just putting it back down here. We could sell it, but like I've already got 1,600 bucks. I'm doing well on money. I actually need more units. Like, I don't have enough deploys, so we're actually going to keep it and see if it does okay this round. It should help if some things make their way through, right? Ion is up this turn as well. To be careful of that. And yeah, here we go. These fangs we throw down, and it costs us almost nothing. Like $50 a fang, right? Efficient light is so strong. So we've got extra money to work with. And yeah, we go for the charge shot. Perfect turn for this too, because Rooster goes for the Sandworm. He's got 3 level 2 Sandworm. That's actually crazy. I didn't realize there was level 2 during this game, to be honest. But Sandworms are not so good against Void Eyes, especially with a charge shot. So I feel like he's going to walk into another wall here. We'll see. Are they going to be able to push through? This mobile beacon is really important. Do get good shots. That Sandworm dies rather quickly. We do have mech div, so that will tie up some of our units a bit. Sandworms go under, and then our tarantulas shoot out the wasps. Pop another Sandworm, and pop the last Sandworm. There we go. And you know what? It looks like this Typhoon actually is doing like quite a lot of damage here. If we sold that, I think this is only level 1 tower. I think Rooster would have been able to push through and pop that tower without this extra 60,000 damage from the Typhoon. So, pretty clutch play there. We do also have that smoke there. I'm not sure why I put it there. I should have put it a little bit farther forward. Incendiary is up and offered, so we're going to take that right away. I think I put the smoke here because how this was working out was I didn't want to walk into the smoke. Let's say we won this side and we walk into the smoke. This side pushes in and then comes around, and my units are stuck in the smoke if it's here. We haven't pushed through far enough yet. So that's why I put it a little bit deeper, but I don't know. I don't think it really does anything there, to be honest. But yeah, this turn the Incendiary is offered. Perfect timing for us. So we Incendiary, we get the oil as well. We're camping, we're staying back. And at this point, you know, we have a ton of money. We can just build another tarantula here, make sure we can get all the chaff. And then we need some more Void Eyes. We need extra damage in order to pop these Sandworms faster. So we get 2 level 2 Void Eyes as well. And another key thing here, we've been keeping up with our attack and our defense upgrades. Attack being, I think, the most important for this. It does a lot in helping destroy these Sandworms. And there's even more Sandworms coming down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's pretty scary. We on this side, all we did this turn, I think we got these extra techs. We got another tarantula and some Void Eyes here. Oh, this one's level 4 now. Level 4. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's see. Fire goes off without a hitch. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. We do see mech rage on these sandworms too, so second tech. And it's just not going to be able to get through to the tower. It's getting pretty close, but it's just not quite enough. So this is looking very good. It looks like it's going to be enough to end the game. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, guys, we did it. Is this Unicomp busted or what? I feel like we made some pretty smart plays there, you know. But again, I feel like, yeah, the tarantula voidite, they work so well together. I didn't even level up my towers. Look at that. Wow. Well played, Rooster. I feel like, yeah, these sandworms are super strong, but the voidite just, with all these extra attacks, like with the charge shot and levels, we made sure every round, whenever we got levels on the voidites, we leveled them up. We were able to keep up and just barely have enough to thwart these sandworms. This thing too, the Typhoon, if that wasn't there, that tower might be popped, and then we would have been seeing a very different outcome. We would have, not had levels on some of these void eyes, and it could have changed the fate of this game a little bit. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that game. It was pretty fun. We played our eco really well. I think that's what kind of carried us, because we had so much money to be able to answer all the problems and always stay ahead. And we made good reads, especially on that Wasp round. It was a perfect round for the anti-air, and we chose the correct anti-air option. If we went aerial mode, then into these sandworms, we wouldn't really be able to afford the charge shot. We would have definitely not had it on the turn where we actually needed it. So that was also a key play there, getting the charge shot on the round where the sandworms came down. Just timing that for that second or third unit drop. Yeah, cool. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know if you liked it down in the comments below. I read all the comments. I appreciate them. Appreciate you. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. And I will see you guys next time. Have a good day.